I know exactly where this is. On your side of the bed at 3 a.m. I tell myself don't fall this time, but you say my name and I lose my mind. You're a bad idea again, but I always let you back in every time I say I'm done, I'm lying. You walk in the room and I stop trying. You're a bad idea again, but here I am at your door at 10. Guess I never learned my lesson. You're a bad idea again. Your friends all think I'm over this phase. Mine keep telling me to walk away, but we both know how the night goes. We talk a little, then lose control. I tell myself I'm stronger now, but you smile once and it all falls down. You're a bad idea again, but I always let you back in every time I say I'm done, I'm lying. You walk in the room and I start trying. You're a bad idea again, and here I am at your door at 10. Guess I never learned my lesson. You're a bad idea again. Maybe one day I'll actually quit, but tonight I'm not over it. You say come closer and I give in. Yeah, here we go again. You're a bad idea again, but I always let you back in every time I say I'm done, I'm lying. You walk in the room and I stop trying. You're a bad idea again, but here I am at your door at 10. Guess I never learned my lesson. You're a bad idea again. Die for your dreams, running on fumes, trying to get by. Take what you need, love what you do, and you'll be alright. Some money, power, glitz and some glamour to make you happy. Will you be happy in the end? You'll be alright. Live through all this pain, breaking out this place. You'll be step outside your head tonight, bringing all your dreams to life. Money, power, glitz and glamour to make you happy. Will you be happy? Live through all this pain.
shoulder is all you get. When you moved around, yeah, that's where it all fell. Oh, to the ground, babe. And you like to move in silence, baby, so do I. This could either be hell or a paradise. Talking to your friends, baby, so do I. About you, we both know it's too late. I forgot I lied to you. We both know it's too late. I forgot I lied to you. Yeah. Who said we can't forget even if it don't last? Baby, when I get up in it, you forget the past. I'll make sure to cut all of the strings that get attached. And you make sure to call me every time you want me back. I love the way you say my name, say my name. And make me feel so Medicaid. Love the way you say my name, say my name. You like to move in silence, baby, so do I. This could either be hell or a paradise. Talking to your friends, baby, so do I. About you, we both know it's too late. I forgot I lied to you. We both know it's too late. I forgot I lied to you. Now we both know it's too late. I forgot I lied to you. Forgot I lied. Now we both know it's too late. I forgot I lied to you. Forgot I lied.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go. turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon. Turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go.
Someday we'll be some I won't go down to the parties that my eyes are shut and they're glowing red. I don't need sleep 'cause it's all in my head. It's all in my head. It's all in my head. You can find me on the dance floor, moving like a zombie for sure. My skin is looking paler. I'll figure it out later. Don't be so concerned. It's exaggerated.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to CSC NA Stream A. And would you look at the time? It's already playoffs. We've got a fantastic best of three lined up for you all tonight. It's going to be the Copypastas versus the Leviathans. This is going to be an interesting match for sure. The Copypastas are the clear favorites going into this one. The Leviathans, some might say, have squeaked by into this playoffs run, so it's definitely going to be clash of the underdog. The underdog is there's definitely an underdog story going into this one. We shall see if they've got what it takes to get us a upset of the century. I'm Amos Kingsnake, and I am joined by...
This is PMOT, and like you said, Amos, yeah, this is definitely a one-sided affair, but as we know, in Counter-Strike, there are no foregone conclusions, so maybe something surprising will happen for us.
Especially if they don't play Ancient. That is the strongest map by the Copypastas side for sure. They're 5-2 on that map, I believe. The only teams they've lost against were the current number 1 seed, which is the Owls, which is on the B stream, I believe. Going to be happening tonight as well. And they also lost to, I think it was either HG or Nan, or might have been both. Can't remember the standings. I checked earlier. But yeah, they've got a dominant showing on that map. So probably going to be seeing it tonight, unless, of course, ATL chooses to ban. It is going to be a best of 3, so can't really rest on your laurels. Can't ban half the map pool like a normal CSC, play match day game.
Yeah, a lot more to consider going into this ban. The captains have to think about what they really want to get out of the way and what they might want to float, and it can get a little hairy. Some things you might end up on a map you're not comfortable with, and that's what makes best of 3s the most fun.
You got to weigh up your level of discomfort for sure.
Yeah.
But pick and bans are going to be happening at any moment now, anytime. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. We did say that the captain of UPS are the good and lovable, the good old lovable Kigu did say that there was going to be a small delay before things were going to get going. So until then, you're all here with us, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to keep you company and to chat you through it.
Yeah, looking at the stats to go back to what you were saying, it looks like the Copypastas have lost to AVI and Headhunters Guild on Ancient. Those are the only 2 Ancient losses that they have. But they do have 1, 2, 3, 4 wins. So, was that? Yeah, 4. So strong record
4.
for them.
My bad. I can't count, ladies and gentlemen. As anyone who watches these streams frequently would know, I am unable to count. It's truly a shame. Truly a shame, even, some might say.
Yeah, so we could probably safely assume that the Leviathans do not want to let Ancient through. Looking at them, of their 3 wins, they've got 2 on Mirage, so that'll be the one that UPS probably wants to ban, and that doesn't leave a lot of breathing room for ATL.
To be fair, half of the map pool hasn't even been played in the Copypastas history. It is a lot of Ancient. I pulled it back up. It is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Ancients, 1 Anubis, 1 Dust 2, and 1 Mirage. I believe. That's not 10 matches, surely? Oh, no, that's only 9. That's right. It's 9 matches in the Premier season. So yeah, most of the map pool has either been played once or not at all. So honestly, anything could happen. Not a lot of data to going forward. And the 1 Mirage game they did play, they ended up losing to Nan, and they're the what are they? The 5th seed, I believe, or the 6th? Or they might be the 3rd. They're yeah.
3rd.
Oh, the 3rd. My bad. Headhunters Guild. That's the 6th seed. Which they happen to lose to them, funnily enough, on Ancient of all maps. So we're gonna see what that. So honestly, there might be an Ancient game tonight. You never know.
That's true. And like you pointed out, a lot of unknowns when it comes to the UPS game on some of these other maps. And like you said, they can't ban them all. So something's got to get floated. Something's got to get picked. We might have a little bit more surprises than we might think is what is my prediction. I think this might not be as one-sided as it seems.
Potentially. Some of the players on the UPS side of things have dropped some subpar stats throughout the season. Like, not overall. Overall, they're all just frying on the server, but there have been a couple stinkers here and there. So, if one or more of those UPS players aren't quite firing on all cylinders, there could be a window in for ATL to make this upset.
Yeah, it's not a mystery who the star is on UPS. Everybody knows it, and everybody fears it, but nobody's invincible. So, if Jason has a night off, that'll really open the door for the Leviathans.
True. Or if he gets heavy gutted,
Oh, yeah. Too many boat anchors.
Too many boat anchors. Oh no, I was what's up? Gotcha. Well,
Yeah, it can
we're
happen to the
still
best of us. Some of the we see it in the pro scene. Just a stellar performance isn't always enough.
sometimes it really isn't. 2018 Simple cries softly in the corner.
Or 2026 simple on PC game.
True. Poor guy, man. Definitely just
Yeah.
looks like he is. It looks like it's like whenever a music star retires and like works at like I don't know a daycare. I don't know. Just
Yeah.
just like the heights, the dizzying heights down to the middling lows. Truly a shame.
Yeah, he
But
really is. He's reliving his worst nightmare from the early days of him on Navi, is what it looks like.
and the problem is that this time electronic can't even help him. His electronic's a little chopped these days. He's a little chud.
Yeah.
Now he's angry and bad instead of just angry.
Pick a struggle, man.
Pick a struggle. True. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still doing this tonight. We are still playing the best of three. It will happen. We're all here waiting it out. Just have to be a little bit patient. The CSC thing, sometimes real life happens. You can't control it. So we will eventually get to the game. It'll be fabulous. I can already tell you. What? We will be right back.
trying to fight the demons in my mind. I'll prevail with every battle if I'm right. Guess my aim was off, the target's out of sight. Would I be better if I left it all behind? 'Cause we could find a way, we could find a way. Find another place where we can just escape. We could find a way, we could find a way. Find another place where we can just escape. We could find a way.
for good. But here you are texting me, you up. I know exactly where this is. On your side of the bed at 3 a.m. I tell myself don't fall this time, but you say my name and I lose my mind. You're a bad idea again. But I always let you back in every time I say I'm done, I'm lying. You walk in the room and I stop trying. You're a bad idea again. But here I am at your door at 10. Guess I never learned my lesson. You're a bad idea again. Your friends all think I'm over this phase. Mine keep telling me to walk away. But we both know how the night goes. We talk a little, then lose control. I tell myself I'm stronger now, but you smile once and it all falls down. You're a bad idea again. But I always let you back in every time I say I'm done, I'm lying. You walk in the room and I start trying. You're a bad idea again. But here I am at your door at 10. Guess I never learned my lesson. You're a bad idea again. Maybe one day I'll actually quit. But tonight I'm not over it. You say come closer and I give in. Yeah, here we go again. You're a bad idea again. But I always let you back in every time.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The pick bans are already underway for this best of 3. It is going to be Copypastas to quickly ban Nuke, Ancient to be banned by the Leviathans. Makes sense. It has been the Copypastas' dominant map.
Saw
And
that coming.
now we're just waiting to see what is going to be the very first map in this series. It's going to be Copypastas to make the selection. Fingers crossed. And it's going to be Anubis to start us off. Sunny, dusty Anubis. It is the most recent addition to the, at least in terms of most recently made addition to the game. Cash is coming back, but that map was made before a lot of us were born.
Yeah, this is oh, here we got another pick.
And
There's
Leviathans
Mirage.
have picked Mirage. That has been a map that Copypastas has lost on, I believe, the one time they played it, so probably just hedging their bets on that they could replicate that. And the decider, we're about to find out what it is. It's going to be either Overpass, Inferno, or Dust 2.
Yeah, we can keep our fingers crossed for a trifecta of tan if they go Dust.
Ooh, trifecta of tan. I appreciate the alliteration. I mean, all the maps are kind of tan in this game at this point. Except for Ancient. That's green tan. And Nuke is gray tan or blue tan, depending. We tried green Cash, but unfortunately nobody could see each other. And the map quickly died. It's going to be down to just Dust 2 or Anubis. Or not Anubis. Dust 2 or Overpass. Going to be the third decider map if we need it. And it's going to be the classic, the evergreen Dust 2. We've got 3 dusty maps. The Dust Devils. Anubis, Mirage, Dust 2. It's going to be a brawl on all sides.
Yep. Looks like we're I don't know exactly where these take place, but they do seem vaguely Middle Eastern, so we're keeping the setting similar. I think it's Anubis Morocco.
I would not know. I'm not a geographer.
You're not a GeoGuessr pro?
I'm not a GeoGuessr pro, unfortunately. I'm not even a Counter-Strike pro. The only thing I'm pro at is bad puns.
Well, I mean, that's better than nothing. I can say that.
I guess so. I guess so. I guess so. We all have to have our talents here. You're all beautiful, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary carries. We're all beautiful. We all have something to offer.
Yeah, we got
Unless
some
you're Team
insight.
Liquid.
That's valid. That's valid hatred.
That is valid hatred.
Not even toxic. It's just facts.
It is true. All right. Well, while we're waiting for these matches to get started and everybody get in the server, we will be right back. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Don't go anywhere.
Stop trying, you're a bad idea again. But here I am at your door at 10. Guess I never learned my lesson. You're a bad idea again. Die for your dreams, running on fumes, trying to get by. Take what you need, love what you do, and you'll be alright. Some money, power, glitz and some glamour to make you happy. Will you be happy in the end? You'll be alright. Slip through all this pain, breaking out this place. You'll be step outside your head tonight. Bringing all your dreams to life. Money, power, glitz and glamour to make you happy. Will you be happy? Slip through all this pain, breaking out this place.
understand my shoulder is all you get. When you moved around, yeah, that's where it all failed. Oh, to the ground, baby. And you like to move in silence, baby, so do I. This could either be hell or a paradise. Talking to your friends, baby, so do I. About you, we both know it's too late. I forgot I lied to you. We both know it's too late. I forgot I lied to you. Yeah. Who said we can't forget even if it don't last? Baby, when I get up in it, you forget the past. I'll make sure to cut all of the strings that get attached. And you make sure to call me every time you want me back. I love the way you say your name, say your name.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, one and all. Looks like this pistol round is set and is underway already. We've got a lovely stack towards the B side of the map. For the T side, looks like it's just going to be a fast play into there. And first contact is going to be made by Shane, who is coming out fast. No damage, just a lot of damage going in. Floopers to get the first kill onto Griffin. Player left E-Box to defend. Jason to try to come up from street to make something happen. Gets a slick one tap, but is traded back by Kukazor on site, and it is a 2 versus 4 expected out of this ATL, out of the, my apologies, the UPS retake. Ooh, but the first 2 kills go the way of UPS. It's now 2 versus 2 on the bomb with the smoke, but it is a 10-second defuse, and unfortunately for Leviathan, well, not for Leviathans, for UPS, Leviathans were on the case, cut down literally by the knife, and Leviathans take the first.
Yeah, that was always going to be a tough retake. They actually got pretty close, but yeah, unfortunate. They go down to the knife there.
And that is going to allow Floopers to have, or whoever got that knife kill, to have quite a bit of excess bank. Nice economy boost for the T side. Try to maybe get the op in early here in a couple rounds. It's like the
factoid.
Go ahead.
For you.
Little factoid.
Yeah, I was looking into some stats as we watched this video. The one Anubis that UPS played was actually Jason's second worst rating of the season.
Bomb has been planted.
Ooh, alright. Well, I mean, I suppose if you're gonna pick, you might as well try to pick to neutralize their star fragger. Ooh, it's down to a 2 versus 2 off of just the pistol buy for UPS. My apologies. And Leviathans are able to get it across the line, but it's a bit dicey there for the UPS attack. They made that round close on the... They made that round close. UPS made that round close off of just the pistol, no armor buy.
Yeah, definitely closer than was expected. And if they can keep doing that, they can keep the ATL crew from building up a bank, which is going to be important for them if they want to have a chance here.
Absolutely. It's going to be the first full buy round, it looks like, since most of the players on ATL have gone down. They are going to be mostly just upgrading now, no bonus round in sight. So it's just going to be rifles on rifles. One SMG still in play on the UPS side of things. See how a proper buy round goes. A little bit of early mid-aggression. Forces Kigu out of the temple position. He elects to play towards Nico and gets a swift kill onto Floopers through the mid door, and combines forces with his teammate in camera to shut down that early mid push, and it is now a 5 versus 3 man advantage for the UPS defense.
Yep, that's a tough start to this round. I know they were hoping to build up to 3-0, but they're gonna have to work for it.
Absolutely. Mills has a very forward position. He's being considered, but not fully cleared out by the T-side player, Kukazor, to get the lurk play through the E-box position is going to take out one of the B defenders. But nobody on this UPS squad has rotated. They do still have bomb towards the middle. And with 26 seconds left, that is the signal for ATL to try to accelerate here if they want to make something out of this round, but it does look like they're just electing to save into this one. Only 2 players left alive, and no loss bonus means it is a fruitless goal to try to go for anything in this round.
Yeah, because of all those, well, there's one, but because of all those casualties in the early round, they really need these rifles if they want to have any kind of buy going forward.
Yeah, that's just some consolation frags. Copypastas are going to get there first.
Yeah, and you can see it looks dire. 1900, 1400. This is desperate at best.
They're more than likely going to be forcing into this. No reason to save. You've got 2 rifles. Nobody's going to be able to buy next round anyway. So they are going to be able to get almost full rifles on the full squad. It's going to be just... sorry, the overlay's not working, so I can't quite tell who their green is, but that player is just on a green. Or on a deeg.
Could be a green deeg. We don't know.
A green deeg? Yeah. I think there's only like 2, and they're both more expensive than I could ever afford. Flash going to be going into A main, fast A play to try to get an early frag, but nobody is biting on the UPS side. Nobody's giving them a free 1v1. If they want to go on to A, they're going to have to deal with the full 2-man defense, well entrenched, of Griffin and Kigu. Smoke is going to keep them at bay as well, and they have elected to cheat another player from mid over to hold, but the ATL attack has silently and slowly snuck towards this B-side lean. Ooh, they might be able to catch this one singular player, not Pizza, but what is that position called? It's not street, but the little tuck corner.
I would call it street, but that's because I suck at the game. I don't know.
Hey, I also suck at the game. That's why I'm asking.
There is a name for it, but I don't remember.
Just say it's there. He's there.
Yeah, he's there. And
yeah, from there, he's getting 1 frag, at least on the defense. Hasn't been traded back yet, but his position is known. Gonna get a second. Unfortunately, only 2. Only good for 2, and it's gonna go down, and the bomb side is gonna swiftly follow. It is just 2 players on the UPS defense to try to retake. 1 is already felled by Qkazor. 1 versus 3 expected out of Mills, and he is just going to head for the hills and save that M4 from the looks of it.
Yeah, getting 2 there was best case scenario to even make it possible, but losing 1 on the 2v3 retake early, that shut it down pretty quickly.
Yeah, and just losing players all across the map on the rotates. They're just caught out. They're just caught out and unable to assist their teammate at all, and just left on an island on B. There's late round like that. There's very little you could be expected to do. Like you said, getting 2 there is huge. So Leviathans are going to get their 3rd off of the late B play.
Yeah, they had a good read actually going into that, and a pistol kill in mid sold it even further and just left the B player on an island, like you said. Really well put together and well finished. So now, yeah, UPS back onto low money, and ATL is going to be looking to build.
Apparently that spot is called NAF.
NAF, there
we
go.
all love our favorite North American sloth. I'm just kidding, I love that guy. But apparently it's called NAF. Thank you, Mr. Mustard. Or Mrs. Mustard.
We could say convict mustard. They are illegal mustard dealer.
They are. They could be a convict. They could be. You never know. Last play coming up through E-box, but it's going to get shut down. Maybe not. Kigu gets 1, gets the 2nd. Shut down. No fast E-box play, and it's going to be man advantage for... Excuse me, the ATL squad. They must have gotten 2 frags elsewhere on the map. Wait, no. What am I... Okay, we got the overlay working, ladies and gentlemen.
Everything's popping up.
Everything's popping up. We got the overlay. We got the information. I don't have to work as hard. That's my favorite part of the job. Thank you. Round of applause to everyone involved. All right, so... Oh, it's UPS versus ATL. I didn't know. Thanks for the... Thank you, overlay.
Not all is lost here, but definitely a tough spot. That didn't go the way they were hoping, I can tell you that.
And so they're going to be grouping up towards mid, try to hopefully find a gap in the CT defense. Ooh, Griffin just gets one and then gets away with his life. Drops down, kills the player, kills Floopers as well. Might not be expecting the other, but just drops down right in front of him. Poor guy's just searching, playing in the water, and Griffin is on the case to shut things down. Copypastas take their second.
Yeah, that was a great play from Griffin. Got himself in a good spot and got well more than what would have been asked. Just a great conversion, great execution there.
Absolutely great repositionings. Couldn't have done it better myself. That's because I'm in Challenger. This is the premier playoff, ladies and gentlemen. These are the best of the best that CSC. This is the highest tier. And we are seeing some high-level plays so far. Some clean shots, some clean frags going back and forth. Mills to open up the round. Gets the kill through the smoke onto Tox. My bad. T-Tox. It's going to be a force buy out of the ATL attack. They're on max loss, I believe. No reason to save. Only one rifle in play for their entire squad to try to make something of this round. So far, they are getting stalled out. Minute left on the clock. Going to be trying to make their way into E-Box. Kukazor to get the opening frag, but he's swiftly traded back. It's going to allow E-Box to be conceded, though. Shane's going to be allowed to recover that M4. Now 2 rifles in play on the ATL attack. But the flank from Jason goes huge, gets a 2K, and it's all onto Shane's shoulders to try to make something with that recovered M4, but that is a bridge too far, an ask too big, and Copypastas shore up the scoreline, 3-3.
Yeah, if you ask me, ATL, they really needed that round that Griffin got the 3K. Like I said, they were looking to build on their T-half there. They need a strong T-half to be competitive, and I think we can look at that as one of the pivotal rounds. You know, you see UPS, their money's in control, their guns are in control, and now they're the ones with the momentum. So, you know, we'll see if ATL can stop that momentum or if UPS gets big.
It's definitely a bad omen to lose that type of round. The one tiny little bit of break you get in that impenetrable UPS wall is quickly shored up, patched up, and you're just left with nothing to show for it. Gonna be a stack towards middle for the T-side attack. They're just on some pistols, so they're hoping to do a bit of a Hail Mary play. Floopers to be felled first. No frags going. Ooh. Hollow is gonna get deferred. Gonna get a trade frag onto Jason though, and T-Tax gets one as well. And we do have a man advantage situation for the ATL attack. They have mid control, but they're swarming an occupied A site. Occupied by Griffin goes 2 for 0. Still has not been traded out, and for the remaining 2 T players, that is just going to be them tucking their tail between their legs and retreating, unable to get past Griffin yet again, going huge with yet another multi-frag to get his team what is set to be another round.
Yeah, another rock-solid sequence from Griffin, and
he's not quite done. Gets 2 more. Yeah. That is going to be a Griffin 4K for his second multi-frag round in the series, I believe. And it's only just begun. Griffin playing exceptionally.
That's actually his kill total, the 3K and the 4K. He's sitting at 7. So he's going big or going home. He's only going for the big plays.
Is going for the big plays, and both of those plays were huge. That's just, well, I mean, the second one, you're fighting against pistols, but you are alone on that A site, and if you go down, that's basically the round. So good on him for staying alive, keeping his team alive. And so far, UPS is just showing us the form that was expected of them, the dominant form, and ATL, unfortunately, so far hasn't really shown up to play. A lot of these rounds just feel kind of limp, like they're, honestly, it just feels like they're playing not to lose a lot of the time. Not a lot of speed and aggression. Kukuzor, though, maybe to change that up, gets an opening pick, but Mills answers one back onto his teammate Hallow on the other side of the map.
Yeah, they're grouped up outside B, which currently, well, was the stronger position. Down to 2 defenders now. Could be a good moment for them to go. It's just a matter of them figuring that out.
Does look like it's going to be a B finish. All the players are grouping up towards it. There's only 2 players on the site, so just got to try to hope that your man advantage is enough. But we got Bones on the case. Let's see if he can send them all to the graveyard. Looks like he is in fact going to do so. Bones with the 2K and Hollow to get one of his, or Mills to get one of his own, my apologies. Bones with the 3K. The Bones-Mills duo shuts down the late take from Leviathans on that B side of the map, and Copypastas are up 2 rounds on their CT side, 5-3.
Yeah, the name of the game here for UPS seems like strong individual showings, and the name of the game for ATL is not getting trade kills, is what it looks like. That's really been their downfall in most of these pivotal rounds.
Yeah, they're just allowing UPS to just take so many fights and get away with so much. Ooh, speaking of taking fights, Jason goes huge, takes out Floopers right at the start. And yet again, no trade frag offered up. Floopers just left alone to die. Shane also falls as well by Bones. Kigu to get one of his own. Just every player on this UPS squad is going for their own. Jason to get yet another onto Hollow, trying to sneak through, find timing on mid, punished, and Qkazar is left alone in a 1 versus 5. Stuck outside of B, no bomb, no chance, because UPS is here to advance to the next stage.
Yeah, pistol rounds gonna go out with a whimper for the Leviathans, and that's gonna put UPS on 6, which secures them at least half the rounds here.
They're shooting his burning body after they kill him too.
Absolutely brutal.
Yeah, it's not just about winning, it's about sending a message, ladies and gentlemen. If you swing at UPS, you best not miss. I was gonna say that you said something about how pistol rounds are a bit of a whimper, but just take a look at the difference between like Copypastas when they were on pistols versus Leviathans. They made it a competitive round. It was a 2 versus 2 at one point, and they were just on pistol, no armor. Meanwhile, ATL is just stuck like with nothing to show for their save rounds. Nothing to show at all.
Yeah, they weren't even able to get 1 on theirs versus the 3. That is a clear difference between the 2 teams right now. And opening frag's also a big difference. That's, I think, 3 in a row or 2 in a row for Jason on the op and mid. He's on fire right now.
Absolutely. Qkazor to try to fight through E-Box again. Gonna go for a little sneaky play. They're aware, but not quite true with the aim. He does take 1. T-Tax to take one of his own, but Kigu finds 1. Finds the trade back onto T-Tax. Bones left alone, playing the cheeky corner position. Might go uncleared, though. Nobody wants to make a move just yet. Floopers, you gonna clear this close left, man?
Oh, the trigger discipline for Bones.
Trigger discipline. There it is. Down goes Floopers, and that is gonna signal to the last 2 ATL players to try to accelerate towards the A site. At one at max here. It is Jason coming in from storage late, and it's going to be a 2 versus 2 retake expected out of the the Bones and Jason duo.
We could call him Jones.
We could call him Jones, but that would be wrong.
Together they are Jones.
And I think Basin is an entirely different thing. Bones left alone, 57 HP to his name. Find this kill in the back. He does. Unexpected. It's that the 1 versus 1. Position known to both players. Qkazor is firing all cylinders, though. Does get Leviathans their 4th round in the 1v1. Shuts down Bones and Jason at the pass.
Yeah, that's much needed. If you're Leviathans right now, you need to limit them to 6. This is a notoriously T-sided map, one of the only ones we have. So limiting them to 6 is going to be a real key going into half number 2.
Oh, I think it's even more T-sided after the change. Mid-rounding is so awkward towards mid whenever you're on CT side. So that the window is just in an odd spot. Mills is going to get aggressive outside of B main. See if he can get anything for his troubles. Ooh, Bones is there with him and gets the kill onto Floopers. and that is going to be an early man advantage off of the B main aggression for the UPS side. They are taking their advantage, and they are doubling down on it. They aren't afraid that you got that one round win. They are still here to play. They're still here to show you who's boss. And right now, that is UPS. Mills to get another onto Kukazor, but it's traded back by Hollow, who's accelerating through. E-Bucks isn't finding any other frags. Nothing being offered. Ooh, unfortunately for Bones, Shane creeps out of B main, catches him in the side, and that is going to be the B site falling immediately. Kigu already on the case to try to rotate in and do something from street. All three UPS players coming in through street. It's going to be a strand out. It's just going to be a straight up brawl whenever they get onto the site. 3 versus 3 retake coming in now. Flash going high. Nobody's blinded though. Everybody's playing tucked. They're playing scared, man. They're playing scared on that T side. Ooh, Griffin opens up into Shane. Hollow to answer back from E-Box, but is killed. The scope is on the bomb. He gets him off it, but is traded back by Jason, who has just enough time to defuse the bomb and clean up the round. The Copypastas retake is true, and that is going to be their 7th round and a disaster for ATL.
Yeah, that came down to the wire. It was pretty close, but you know, with this scoreline in this first half, you know, we're past the point of being consoled by a close round. You know, ATL, they need round wins, so that's gonna feel pretty bad for them.
Man, they just look so lifeless. They're like they were all playing tucked. Like their crossfires weren't even that effective. It just felt like they were just waiting to die. It's sad to see. I mean, I hope they can rally back and get some rounds and get some damage, get something going here to make us believe in them. But so far, their showing is kind of limp. Griffin to get the auto sniper into Hollow. Didn't even notice that. T-Tac to answer one back on a Griffin, but Jason and Kigu get ones of their own, and it's just left to a 3 versus 2. Floopers to get one towards mid, but man advantage for UPS. A lot of space still on their side. They have full E-Box. They don't have full mid, but they're in a very safe position to try to just go for any kind of info and fall off.
Yeah.
Floopers to try to make something. Maybe.
Timing here for an A split if Floopers commits to it. We got just
potentially. Ooh, Kigu tries to swing wide, but he gets denied by Kukazor. It's a 2 versus 2, but the rotate and the backstab is already coming in. Mills to sneak his way through A main, and Bones not too far behind himself. It's going to be a double A main flank. Bomb has been planted, so if they want to make something happen, they've got to do it quick.
Yeah, with the CTs doubled up, the Ts are probably going to want to do the same thing, because got to get these trades. Otherwise, you know, if Kukashur is just isolated, it could go pretty badly.
Floopers is taking a peek around mid, sees that nobody's home, so it's going to signal that maybe it's going to be... Oh, but nobody is expecting getting flanked, and Kukazor just goes down, just gets shot in the side, and Floopers all alone. He's low. And he can't quite get it. Mills takes him out, but that's going to be the bomb exploding. He did do his job. He kept them from defusing just long enough, and Leviathans prevent this half from being quite too disastrous. They did manage to get 5. That's still a really bad position to be put in, but not entirely impossible if they could make something happen on their CT, but that is a long road ahead.
Yeah, I was about to call that the bare minimum. I think it's a little bit below the bare minimum, but you never know. Maybe ATL did some prep. They know UPS has only played this one time. Maybe they have some good calls for their CT side. We'll just have to see what they can manage to do. Normally in MR12, we talk about the pistol is, well, especially with the economy changes, not as important as it may seem. But with this scoreline on this map, I'm going to put a lot of weight on this pistol here.
Yeah, besides, if they don't win the pistol, then we can't make the funny joke.
And we need that.
We do need that. Unfortunately for our funny joke making abilities, Mills is going to get the first frag onto Kukazor, and that was an A gamble that has paid off with nothing for the ATL defense. That is a free bomb site for UPS and a man disadvantage retake. That's looking dire. Griffin gets another, gets another. He's just all by himself. The one-man army of Griffin yet again. Multi-frag master just shuts him down, and Copypastas have taken the second pistol, and honestly, if I do say so myself, Leviathan's hopes and dreams of hoping of making something out of this first map. I mean, they're on no money and the weaker side. That is a tough ask out of them.
Yeah, they invested a lot in that A stack, and it came out looking like 2008. If I had to compare it to something, it was a complete crash out. But
Absolutely. They made the A site their home, and it's just unfortunate that the private equity of UPS was taking B.
yeah, they got foreclosed on.
They did get foreclosed on. Synergy. Other buzzwords. We love puns here, ladies and gentlemen. We're very punny. It's gonna be a full save out of the ATL defense. They're just hoping to get some rifles and make something out of it. They don't want to make a bad situation worse. And unfortunately, bad situation is just the headline of this game for them. Everything they tried to do has just gone poorly. I mean, they get one frag for their troubles, but Kukazor is just left alone. Nothing to say. Bomb is going to get planted, and that is going to be UPS getting their 9th. Just free and easy as you like. Free, easy conversions.
Yeah, and he only nets a Mac, which he probably doesn't even care too much about saving. You know, he wasn't able to take down a trophy like a Galil or an AK. So it really is just a consolation. Maybe he can.
It is truly a consolation. Hey, it's a full auto Glock. Don't cut it out. Don't count it out.
He might be able to take down a Galil right here if he can.
Maybe. I think that it's they just walk past each other. Yeah.
Uh oh. Griffin
Ninja
is doing
defuse.
the sniffing.
No.
Terrorists win.
Guys, I just wanted to make you look back at the broadcast. But no, unfortunately for Leviathans, there was nothing left in that round. Not even a Mac 10. Not even a Mac 10. To be saved over. It's going to be the full buy from them, but with Copypastas 4 rounds away on the dominant side, that is definitely looking grim for them.
Yeah, and you can see the util on the CT side here isn't even what you would like. 2 players with basically nothing. 2 players with a decent amount. You know, they're not making it easy. They gotta bank on guns here.
I do love that little bit of that cheeky flash peek by Kukazor. I always love that seeing it, because you can flash in a way where it doesn't blind you on the step, but doesn't really get anything for it. Hollow to get felled on the other side of the map. Kigu, as well, collects one of his own, and it's just a 3 versus 5 man disadvantage for ATL. They are able to answer one back, Floopers that is, on the B site, but the troops are assembling on these. The last 4 UPS troops are assembling to try to take the B site away from Floopers and from ATL as well. And ATL by
left his position. Yeah. Shane
by
may
extension.
Not expect
Yeah, not expected. He does clear it, but sort of lazily. Bones gets a free kill, but T-Tax gets one onto Bones. Ooh, Floopers goes unclear. He used the same thing that killed him. The same corner. It's a 1 versus 1. T-Tax to try to make something of this round. Fake goes in. Oh, unfortunately for T-Tax, he does bite. I think he tries to shoot through the smoke, and that lets Mills know exactly where he is. And Mills is just going to take that knowledge all the way to the bank and just creep his way over towards the A site.
Scott may have got the sound cue there.
Might have, but I think it's too late.
Has it.
Yeah, it's a little too late. Too little, too late. That is going to be a bomb play. Ooh, no, Mills! You're playing an open, big man. Might go poorly for him. Oh, T-Tax, what's going on, man? You had it right there! And Mills just shuts him down. That's the one chance you had. You had the one chance, Leviathans. Come on, guys. That's just Copypastas collecting 10 off of just a disaster for the ATL retake.
Yeah, that seemed like maybe just a spray gone awry, and Mills punished decisively, just a straight headshot.
Yeah, I mean, that made it look like it was all predetermined, all predestined. He knew. It's like, it's just, I know this guy's just gonna whip. I could plan open. Oh, and they're just styling on him, man. They're just bullying him. Jason's just flying through with a MAC-10, saying, yeah, A site, I don't care. I'm just taking it from you. Kiku to get another, and it's just a 2 versus 5, 1 versus 5. Hollow left alone with a FAMAS, except not really. He's also felled. Copypastas are just on a roll right now. Turns up the tempo and just takes A first, like, 10 seconds of the round. What a message.
Yeah, that's really tough because 2 rounds ago the MAC-10s dismantled the mid defense, and then here they go into A. Just immediate, no timings, just a straight up rush on both of those rounds for an early kill. And that is, I think, partly because of the lack of utility on some of these CT. You know, the CT economy can't build up, so they can't really stop that kind of rush.
Transition is funny there. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I agree with you, I agree with you, Observer. This game's already chalked, man. I ain't seeing any. This game is already chalked.
Fish said, not much more to see here.
Yeah, truly. I mean, they forced into this the ATL defense, but I don't know, man. That's 5 angry UPS players winning all the duels they have in front. The swing, the re-swing was good, but just nothing goes their way. Mills gets the kill in Bloopers, and it's just Hollow to try to make something happen from Dark. Does get 2, but can't quite get the 3rd. Shane to get 1 of the bones, but it is a 2 versus 2 retake with a low HP Shane.
Bomb has been planted.
See if they can make something happen of it, but Yukizor to take some first contact. Not given the free frag, though. Jason playing very smart, Griffin playing very smart, very reserved, not giving him any free kills, baiting him to try to swing wide out in the open. But Shane can't quite do it. Yukizor, neither. Jason just easily makes it look effortless, just taps it right in, wins the 1 versus 2, and that is Copypastas on match point. And Leviathans, I don't think they've won a round in how many rounds? They've just
the half. I think they got their 5th to end the half, and that was it.
That was it. And it's about to be all, and this round's about to be it as well. It's going to be a full buy yet again for the ATL squad, but
yeah, and you can see, I mean,
just the desperation out of the ATL players, just like blindly running wide, trying to get something going. But Griffin's on the case, shuts down 2. But Yukizor answers with a 2K of his own. 3 versus 3. Okay, maybe the defense is good. Ooh, okay. Yukizor goes huge with a 3K. T-Tox also gets 1, and Bones is left in the 1 versus 3. Come on, guys, you got to convert this one. If you can't convert this one, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. But let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see some fire, ATL.
If Bones wins this 1v3, it's going 2-0 no matter what. Because
if Bones wins this 1v3, they type in GG !GG in chat. For real.
This may not get them back into the game, but they need to convert this for their sanity.
For their sanity, absolutely. Bones isn't giving up though. He wants to take it home in style. But Yukizor on form for this round gets a 4K and gets ATL I mean, at this point, just a consolation round to make it look less bad. Just like they do manage to, it was just a full like Zerg rush on the B site to try to take the fights in main. And I mean, honestly, I feel like Copypastas were just trying to get it over with just as quick. So a bit of honestly, I'd almost feel like it's a bit of a mulligan round.
Yeah, I mean, if you're ATL at this point, you need to just be keeping in mind that, you know, even though UPS only played this once in the regular season, it is their map pick. So with your BO3 mentality, you just got to be able to reset into the next one. Like you said, this was kind of chalked early on, and it's not over yet, but it feels like it is. So you just got to make sure you don't get tilted and get the reset going.
Griffin's going huge with another 2K. Kigu to get one of his own, and that's pretty much all she wrote. It's 2 versus 5. Expected out of Shane and Floopers, but The weight is too great. Shane gets one, but he's immediately traded back by Griffin, getting yet another multi-frag. It's all into Flipper's shoulders. 1 versus 4. Smoke in his face. I don't even think he has a kit. That's just a tough one. He's just staring at the smoke in shame and sadness, just knowing what lies on the other side. It's UPS on championship form, honestly. Oh, no.
Another
Yet
smoke,
another.
yep.
It's just replenished. It's just a boy. He's just a boy. He gets shut down. Copypastas to take map 1 in style. Absolute domination, 13-6.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, the name of the game here, the key if you're the Leviathans is you gotta just pretty much erase that at this point. You gotta fully do a mental reset. I mean, you can't be carrying that going into map 2 here because you gotta have a refresh mentality. Hey, this is our map pick, and it's Mirage, right?
Yeah. There's
So
the only data on UPS on Mirage is that they have lost it. So if there's anything to
Exactly.
rally behind, any nugget of hope to tell yourself that you've still got a chance, it's that at least
Yeah.
they lost on it. So maybe
That's-
we can win too.
that's exactly what they need to latch onto. They need to not give up, and that's their shining light. That's their northern star, is that they're beatable. They're beatable on Mirage, and they are. Did they even play Dust? Did we? Is that one of the ones they have not?
That's the
touched
decider.
Dust. Oh wait, Copypastas. They are 1-0 on Dust. But if you beat them on Mirage, it's a whole new game. It goes back to a BO1. So
If you beat him on Dust 3, you can beat him on Dust 2.
I think that math checks out.
I'm no mathematician, but I think so too.
Well, what do you have any takeaways from that? Any keys to the UPS success, or was it just a straight up? It was a straight up
just
aim diff.
a lot of aim diff, and just the ATL just kind of looks like they were lost. It almost felt like they just didn't want to work together as a squad. They didn't want to. It felt like there was almost like a distrust. Everything that it felt like every round that ATL won was off of some kind of individual miracle play, not really off of any kind of like combination. It definitely felt like I don't know, they just were defanged coming into it, but maybe we'll see a different side of ATL coming into the next map. It is a best of 3, so you can afford to take a singular loss, but not 2. And unfortunately for them, UPS is set to take a 2-0 with that kind of form.
Absolutely.
Okay, we will be right back whenever the second map of this series starts. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen.
You like to move in silence, baby, so do I. This could either be hell or a paradise. Talking to your friends, baby, so do I. About you, we both know it's too late. I forgot I lied to you. We both know it's too late. I forgot I lied to you. Now we both know it's too late. I forgot I lied to you. Forgot I lied. Now we both know it's too late. I forgot I lied to you. Forgot I lied.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on towards the sun rays.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen and non-binary carries. We've got map 2. We are witnessing UPS domination so far. They've won their map 1 pick of Anubis, but it is the ATL pick of Mirage in this second map of the series, so we're going to see if they've got something to say, something left to say in this series. But so far, from what we have seen, it has been a UPS on championship form. Fast play out of B here for the ATL attack. It's going to get shut down, though, by Griffin, getting 2. Hollow to answer one back, and Shane to get one of his own, but Jason already on the case, kills Hollow, kills Shane, and it's just up to Qkazor left to try to make something of this round. Unfortunately, not quite good enough. Bomb doesn't even get planted. Copypastas collect their 3rd pistol round of the series, or was no, the first ever pistol round was gone to Leviathans, but they've won every pistol since.
Yeah, you can see by the positions that the Copypastas are taking. They are locked in. They are confident. They are playing to win, like you said. That's really the difference that I'm seeing. They're not afraid to take any fight, and it's really paying off for them.
Absolutely. Just a pistol buy for the ATL attack. Yet again, they're just hedging their bets on rifles. Gonna be a bit of an A play here late to maybe just try to get bomb down. But there are 2 players here to defend. Being watched, rifles primed to go slaying. And smoke up in the face of the Palace players. Petrus player gets cut down. Shane to be felled by Bones, who just playing aim trainer, ladies and gents. Just gets 3. Free and easy as you like. Mills to get one of his own out of floopers, and it's just up to Hollow, whose position is known in Palace. Mills debated on going for a frag movie play. He is playing the frag movie. Runs out of bullets in the M4, just jumping USP kills him. Style over anything. Just saying, yeah, you know, this might be your map pick, but we're just gonna win anyway. With that type of play, honestly. I mean, I know it's just save pistols, but sheesh.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's not just about winning in the playoffs. It's about sending a message. You know, a strong 2-0 from Copypastas. You know, think about if they limit ATL to single-digit rounds and a best of 3, that's going to strike some fear into any of their future opponents. It's all, you know, Counter-Strike is a mental game above all else, whether that's in the server or even out. You know, so if UPS can show that they are here to show up, then that could affect the way some teams play against them.
Absolutely. Maybe a full buy out of the ATL attack. At least 1 Galil in the mix, though. So, not quite fully kitted out, but AKs can make it work just enough, but not if Pigu's firing on all cylinders. Gets the kill on the Qkazor and swiftly slicks back. Doesn't allow any kind of trade frag yet again. That's been the theme of this series for ATL, honestly. Just no trades offered for most of these rounds. And unfortunately for them, it's just continuing. 5 versus 4 man advantage for UPS. Creep up through the connector. Mills is spotted, but he's able to get away. Flash is kind of blinds in his face, but his teammates are there to help him out. Jason and Kigu just combine together, get a 3K and a 2K. Oh no, 2 2Ks respectively, and that's just the round. All she wrote.
That was a bit of a slaughter.
Yeah.
It's,
First they get stalled out in mid, and then they get pummeled in con.
Funnel of fire and unhappiness in the connector there. And again, it's at this point, you know, it's about the mental. If ATL wants to stay in this, they have to. You know, this is the point where even if you did reset your mental, once you go down 3-0, you've lost your pistol.
You've got to put up or shut up at this point.
Yeah.
Qkazor is putting up though, but he is shut up, unfortunately, by Bones. But Scott, not T-Tax, I am so sorry, gets a frag onto Griffin. I had to apologize. Sometimes reading is hard, ladies and gentlemen. So is writing, so is counting. and this retake is just as hard. Looks like they're just the last two UPS players just electing to save. I mean, they've got rounds to work with. They got a whole game to work with. No reason to throw away some guns on a very tough retake if you don't have to. It's going to be ATL to at least get one on their T side.
Yeah, that B split off the back of a double kill from QQ, that netted them a pretty easy B take, and they're going to go hopefully just with one casualty. Looks like Bones is playing for an exit onto Floopers, and he does get that, so 3 alive for the Leviathans. They're gonna, that's better than losing it, winning that your one first round on a clutch and then you have no money. So, they have the opportunity to build on this, but they really need to if they want to get something going here.
We got a bit of a technical pause, though. One of our players is out, so we'll be right back whenever that's okay, he's back, but it's still technical pause. We'll be back whenever it's cleared.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Tech issues resolved. Everybody's here to show up and play. We are on the second map of the series, the best of 3 series. It is Copypastas versus Leviathans, and unfortunately for the Leviathan squad, UPS is firing on all cylinders. ATL did just take their first round, but UPS is allowed to, is able to afford a rebuy into this next round. So they still have a long way to go if they want to make something out of this series.
Yeah, this is the round. You can look at the UPS money. Bones is rich, but everybody else doesn't have much. This is very, very pivotal.
Ooh, Shane looking like he wants to make that pivot, though. Gets the opening frag onto Mills. Jason gets one of his own onto Shane, but Floopers answers back. And that is going to be, Floopers yet again gets another kill, gets a 2K, Griffin goes down, and that's a 2 versus 4 yet again retake situation for UPS. Does look like they are sticking around for a little bit. They know that they're not having a bye next round regardless, so I guess they're going to try to get away. They have been allowed to slink. I mean, if you're on the ATL squad, I mean, I get that your money isn't great either, but man, you're just gonna let them walk away like that? Like, not even gonna try to stop them. They really are just playing not to lose. I swear, man. Like even when I'm watching them win rounds, it's like it's like they're bracing for impact.
Yeah, and to be honest, I don't even think that's a full money break, because we're getting, should be, I think, 2,400 for the CTs, 1 dropped rifle. No need to rebuy the AWP. Bones could even drop 2. I mean, this is definitely going to be a full buy for this, I almost said the SpaghettiOs for some reason.
The SpaghettiOs. I mean, it's spaghetti oh no for the Leviathans. I mean, geez, even when they're winning, we're casting like they're losing.
Yeah, maybe we got some recency bias off of that last result. It does. I mean, we knew they were the underdogs coming in. Definitely want to give them the benefit of the doubt that they can build back in. But they're not making it as easy on themselves as they could be.
Yeah, for sure. And like you said, the full buy is going to come in because the 2 saved rifles make it happen, make it possible. Scott's deep in apartments, though. He's allowed to take a little bit of space. He's going to see maybe if he can poke his nose around and get something done. Nade's going to ward him back, though. Nobody's giving anything for free. Cat play is going to accelerate, though. Floopers to find the open kill into Kigu. Shut down by Griffin, who's playing behind the bench positions, throwing the Kerrigan smoke to give him a little bit of space, but unfortunately, Scott has jumped up on the van and is caught up in his side, and Mills to answer one back of his own. 3 versus 3 retake expected. Jason, Bones, and Mills to combine to potentially make something of this round. Bomb is going to get planted. Bones is on the flank, though. Quick flank might not be checked in time.
This might be earlier than they're expecting.
Absolutely. He's so far forward, and he gets one on Scott, and Kukazor just can't connect any shots. It's all onto Shane's shoulders to try to make this 1 versus 3. This round from falling apart. Smoke is bloomed in his face, and he is out of there. And that is going to be UPS to collect their 4th off of a 3 versus 3 retake and a Bones big flank.
Yeah, the good news is because the Leviathans were able to chain 2 and they got a bomb plant, they should be able to get a good buy.
Yeah, they do have money
here.
for a buy.
Yeah, so not complete dire straits. Another very important one for them to win here, though. And, you know, we're kind of having the opposite conversation. Well, the same conversation, just talking about opposite sides. Here is the Leviathans are going to be the ones trying to have a good half on the less favored side. So, you know, it's not all doom and gloom starting off 4-2.
Yeah. Bad way to start that round, though. Kukazors just gets plucked from the pack from Jason. Bones to get one of his own, but Hollow and Floopers get 2 kills of their own. Mills gets one of the Floopers, but Scott gets the kill onto Mills. It is just a brawl, a straight-up brawl. Trades going back and forth, but at the end of the day, it is just left up to Scott, who has taken the bomb, and but he's heard by Kigu. Kigu knows exactly what is going on. He's doing 360s in the bottom of Valley with the op, and is just shut down, and they're just staring at his corpse. They're filming a YouTube video, ladies and gentlemen. It's just
saying,
that, yeah.
They're saying, what the Scott doing?
Yeah, what the Scott doing, man? Man's doing 360s at a round deficit. Hey, you know what? If you're gonna go out, at least go out in style. It's gonna be some money. It's the money broken for the ATL attack, so they're just on some pistols. Gonna try to maybe make something in the next round, but this one just looks like it's gonna be a Hail Mary play out of Palace. Typical Mirage things. Just hashtag just Mirage things. We have no money. Time to just run out of Palace and hope that the guy on site can't kill 5. Is felled immediately, thankfully. He gets 1, but he's traded back, but Jason's here already. He's shutting it down. Bomb is gonna get planted, but yeah. You are a dead man walking at that point. They know exactly where you are. You're not long for this world, Hollow. They are coming for you.
2 frags and a bomb plant could be worse.
Definitely could be.
Obviously, a miracle would have been better, but at least, you know, they're back on rifles here, and here, you know, 6.6 is a disaster on Anubis. If they can salvage a 6.6 with a good 4 rounds in a row, that would be preferable for them. That would be favorable for them. So, you know, we're not in the stomp territory yet, but PS is looking like they're in control of the game.
They're still in the put up or shut up phase of the game. They've still got to prove that they've got some life left into them. Gonna be another full buy versus full buy. A bit of a missed pop flash for Scott, but nobody's home lower. There's the player tucked, but he's going clear. No, he's not. He has been dismantled. Hollow, Kukazor, and Shane all find one of their own, and it's just gonna be left to Bones to try to make something happen in the lurk position. Gets 1, but is traded back by Scott, and that is Griffin left alone. 1 versus 4. Looks to be just trying to get away with the AK. Gets timinged, unfortunately, at window. Just re-peeks into him, though. Decides to give away his life. Walk peeks right back into where Griffin's holding. It's 1 versus 3, but Griffin said, "Yeah, I'll just take my 1 and go. No need to make this harder on myself. Can't buy an AK on the CT side, so I'm just gonna go ahead and save it."
Yeah, and unlike the last winning bomb plant for them, this is one where you don't want to give away your guns. I mean, if you look at the money on the T side, they cannot afford to lose anybody else. 3 is the bare minimum to come through this round with.
Yeah, and they're just, and like I know they've lost a lot of rounds already, but like them winning this one and kind of being, it's like at a weird round differential. I think they're only on 3 ticks of loss bonus, so if they lose this rebuy, that might be pretty bad for them going into the next. They're probably just going to have to concede 2 losses for the price of 1. So this is a very tough round. This is a pivotal round for them. Oh, they got some money to work with. I can't do math, apparently, ladies and gents.
Yeah,
They kept 3 alive, so it's not bad. That's right,
yeah.
That's right.
round win here for ATL puts UPS in a decision-making time. They're either gonna have to force or save. It's not gonna be a goodbye. So this is a round where ATL could, work their way towards tying up the half. But it is a very, very important one for them to win.
Yeah, for both teams, honestly.
Yeah, a lot on the line for UPS because they're going to put up a better than average half. They're not going to be happy with letting this go back to a tie.
Jason is mulling out of position in window, but he does get one and get away in the process. Floopers to answer back, but Kiko to answer onto Floopers. Hollow to answer back on Kiku. Trades going all around. It is now a 3 versus 3. Bomb is towards middle, and full connector control has been secured for the ATL attack. Griffin on the case, though, gets one, but is traded back by Hollow. 2 versus 2. One player, Mr. Bones, is hiding Sandwich.
Yeah, they should
See if you're
know
going to get
that
anything.
underpass
Jason's
player
now ticket as well. Bomb is still down on Catwalk there. They do have to go retrieve it at some point. Jason left all alone at ticket to try to make something of the happen of the round. 1 versus 2. Bomb is going to creep below Khan. Nobody's making a move just yet. They've elected to start running, sprinting over to that B site. I think Jason was nearby enough to hear it, so he's going to be able to be here in time to stop them from fully getting out for free. When he does, Kukuzor gets caught, but Hollow is quick with the trade frags. Jason goes down, and Leviathans get their 4th.
Yeah, they can stomach 4 casualties with the round streak that they had, whereas UPS is gonna have to scrounge something together here.
We've been saying it this whole series, but like the trade fragging from Leviathans has been so weak, and like we've been seeing these last few rounds of success out of them where they just actually are like working together and trading off each other. That's just what they needed to do. They just have to like work together, and like when they do so, they can make something happen in these rounds. I don't think it's fully like impossible for them to get it over the line. They've just got to work together as a team, and like they have been showing that they can do so these team rounds. It is a tougher half, a tougher side to make something happen. So, like, if they can make it happen on the tougher side, then that's good news for them. First kill is going to go Mill's way, but he's traded back by Shane. And it's just the A site falling in suit. Jason is CT with a deagle, trying to make something happen on his own. Scott gets the kill onto Kiku. It's just a 2 versus 3 retake. Jason and Griffin maybe to make something happen. Scott is felled, though, from the MP9, traded back by Floopers. All onto Jason with the Deagle to try to do something. His position's known, though. He's low HP.
It'll have to be magic.
Shane's down. Okay, 1 versus 1. Floopers expected to clutch up. Bomb has been planted, so time is ticking down. Position not quite known where Floopers is. But he just gets destroyed! God. Jason just decides to win it all on his own, and he's gonna, I think he does have enough time. That's just unfortunate. It's a really sad thing to see for the ATL attack. They're just felled by some pistols and some SMGs, and Jason with the hero play just wins it out and just kills the last 2 remaining players. Just, man, they were looking to have a 6-6 half, and at this point, it looks like they'll be lucky to get a 7-5. That's a miserable round to lose for Leviathans.
Yeah, that was almost unthinkable. I mean, if anybody's gonna do it for the Copypastas, that was the guy. You know, there's a reason he has VRS points, folks. If you don't know, this guy is the real deal. But still, you know, that was kind of a sitter for the Leviathans. That's gonna feel really bad.
Absolutely. Zord answer 1 to kill 1 onto Bones. Gets another onto Mills. Okay, we've got a 5 versus 3 man advantage for the ATL attack. They're gonna just swarm on that A site. Kukuzor gets a little too big for his britches. Tries to challenge Ramp, and he gets shut down. And Kiku and Griffin also get 2 of their own, and what was a 5 versus 3 man advantage round for ATL is very quickly falling apart. It's a 3 versus 2 retake, man advantage to UPS, and it's all onto Hollow's shoulders now as the first frag goes towards the upsetty spaghetti squad. He gets the spam kill to Griffin through the smoke, stopping him from defusing, and he gets it! Hollow gets it! The 1 versus 3 hero play out of Hollow to prevent this half from going to be 8-4. Leviathans managed to scrounge together 5 on the harder side of Mirage, and that is off of the back of a 1 versus 3 clutch.
They're both throwing haymakers now. It's getting, they're going for huge plays. It is playoff Counter-Strike, guys. This is where it gets exciting, and where the last 2 rounds of that half were absolute white knucklers.
Yeah, nail biters. I mean, this is for all the marbles. There are no continues, my friend. Once you are done, you are out for the season. So both teams are well aware of that. They know what's on the line. They know what's at stake. You know what? We've been given ATL a lot of mess, but some of these rounds, especially some of these clutch rounds, I do appreciate it. They're showing that they're not going to go out with a whimper.
Yeah, they were able to have some rounds, even full buy versus full buy. There was one, I think they took mid with 0 casualties, got themselves into a 5v2. So they are capable of taking down these Copypastas. It's just going to be a matter of consistency.
Ooh, Hollow gets nothing for hiding underneath the balcony with the dualies. Is in prime to get a multi-frag, but it's just shut down super quick and easy by Griffin. Big brawl happening towards the A ramp. Scott finds a frag onto Kigu. Shane to get one of the Jason. Mills to answer back. 2 versus 3 man disadvantage for the UPS squad, but Mills and Griffin are just firing on all cylinders. They get 2 of their own, and Kukizor is left alone with 1 HP, 1 man standing. Just gonna be a too big of an ask, more than likely. Yeah, trade it back. Gets 1, but it's traded back by Mills, and Copypastas take their 3rd pistol round of this series.
And 3rd in a row as well. They woke up on the pistols after dropping the first one, and that one got close. But the hyper aggression into CT they were having some trouble with, and they got some of those kills, but they took so much damage. You can see how QQ was just left on 1 HP there. So close round, but it didn't go their way. Now they're in a tough spot. Not getting that is going to make the second half harder.
Jump out of Floopers, can't get the timing. He's not going to get that timing for that Palace push, and he's ready. Palace player is ready for it. He's not going to be able to get anything going for it. Floopers is forced to retreat. Play coming out of ramp here. Bones to take some early fights. Doesn't find anything, but does bring the player lower. Kigu and Griffin get 1 each, 1 apiece, on different sides of the map. B side is open for the business, and that is where the bomb is heading. The stack is known. CTs have been sussed out. Kukizor left to try to keep his life, but unfortunately unable to do so. Jason's on the case. Copypastas get their 9th.
Yep, this is a big one here. Got to win this full buy. A little bit of a bonus still for the Copypastas. They got 1 Mac, 1 Galil, and then the rest should be on AKs. So we'll see what the.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say this is where we get to see the Leviathans' defense in full force. So hopefully they can make something happen.
Absolutely. Let's see what they've got in store for us. These are the real rounds, ladies and gentlemen. These are the real ones, because this is where the rifles come out to play. It's gonna be down and dirty CS from here on out. Ooh, okay, alright. A slew of frags go the way of ATL, but they are answered back. It's just onto Kigu's shoulders now. Within a span of 10 seconds, all but 4 players are left alive on the server. Kigu gets the first. Position known, though, gets traded back by Floopers just as quick, and Leviathans have taken their first CT round.
I'll tell you what's really impressive to me about that round is the UPS players were out A main while ATL had 0 players on the A bomb site. They were able to come through the offensive smokes and get those frags and really convincingly convert that round, even when they were kind of caught out of position. So that's actually really impressive from them.
Got yet another technical pause here, ladies and gentlemen.
And we'll grow in number.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We have the second map of the series. Leviathans have won their first gun round on the CT side, and it is UPS set to save. Not enough money to reinvest, so they're just going to go for a fast little B apartments pop. Standard fare. Just Mirage. Hashtag just Mirage things yet again.
Yeah, with the CTs being able to make an decision early in this half, they are afforded a anti-eco. Hopefully that goes their way.
Though. Jason gets a huge frag. Kukazor gets two from the back of the site, but he's killed yet again. But he's killed by Jason. Flippers goes a little uncleared though. Bomb tries to go down in front of his face, and he's able to just shut it down. And that is Leviathans to convert a save round out of the... to convert against the save round from Copypastas, and that is their second round on the CT side.
Yeah, now we're within 2, going into another full buy round. You know, this could be... I don't know if we brought this up. Have the Leviathans been in the lead at all in this series?
At the very beginning, when they won the pistol round in the second conversion.
1-0, that was their biggest lead?
The 2-0, I believe.
2-0, okay. Well...
They went 3-0, because they got the third round, and then they, and then Copypastas were outright brawling them. I think they brought it all 3-3. They got a fourth round, and then they didn't win another until the last round of the half of the Anubis game. Mid-aggression out of the T side. Shut down by Scott. Hugo, though, and Bones both get one. Traded back by Shane, so it's 3 versus 3. Man advantage for neither team. Shane and Kukazor, though, left alone as Jason finds the frag onto Halls, and they're very quickly going to find out that the A site is free and easy and open for business, and the bomb is going to be planted there, following suit.
Yeah, with the Cat player falling back and the Con player dying, that A player, I would like to see him play a little safer.
Kukazor doesn't even get to keep its gun.
Yeah, that it kind of... They lost too much control too fast.
Okay.
They weren't able
Shane,
to hedge their bets.
are you being a little cheeky? Are you gonna go for maybe a ninja? You're thinking about it.
Got it.
Nope, no ninjas. Nah. Bones is here. No ninjas. Copypastas get their 10th.
Yeah, I'll say that the I haven't really been able to spot out an obvious mistake from the Copypastas. They seem to be playing very, very solid. You know, winning the rounds they should be winning, and
even winning the rounds they shouldn't be winning.
yeah. So it's...
And unfortunately for ATL, that is just... Losing that round means they're not going to be able to invest again. Looks to be that UPS are just going to get their 11th off of this. What were you saying earlier? I'm very sorry.
No, I think that was it. You know, just the difference in the consistency and the level of confidence between these teams. You know, that last round, that last full buy, if ATL was able to build into a lead, it could put them in a different mental space where there could be a conversation. But now they're down on pistols. Play, but it's just gonna be tough.
Hollow is getting absolutely swarmed. It's being held for. It's just up to Scott and Shane to maybe do something. Shane is on a bit of a around-the-world flank, though, so maybe he'll be able to get something from Palace, but it is still just a pistol and a rifle in play. No kit available.
No armor either. Tough fights.
Yeah, no armor either. They're gonna make something happen. They gotta do it now. Alright. Scott's gonna get one onto Bones on the retake, opening it up. Ooh, but unfortunately for that flank player, he is being held. Jason goes huge. He's not gonna get fooled. And UPS get their 11th. 2 rounds away from winning the series.
Yeah, you can see even with Shane getting the Deagle kill near jungle, Jason just did not take his eyes away from Palace for more than maybe half a second. You know, they are just absolutely focused on round wins here, and it's paying off for them.
Yeah. every single gap, every single chance that UPS is offered up, you've got to fight for it. There's nothing being given away for free. Nary a inch. Fast play out of middle, though. I like the aggression. Hollow is rewarded for it. Gets 2, and Floopers gets one of his own, and it is 2 players left alive in the span of 20 seconds. In the span of just 20 seconds, 2 players left alive on UPS's attack. Completely shut down in mid.
Yeah, I like that change of pace. Do something different. It works out for them. You know, when they're getting bested on those default plays, you know, sometimes a switch up could be the thing you need.
Absolutely, and it's like if you're on the ATL defense, you've got to know at this point it's do or die. You've got nothing to work with. You might as well just shoot for the fences, shoot for the stars. You are 2 rounds away from being eliminated, so make something happen or go home is the raison d'etre of this ATL squad.
It's all going to be on the visual cue of the op here. QQ's up the top mid, closest help.
Kigu finds one coming out of main, though, and nobody else is here to try to stop this attack, so, I mean, the players are rotating, the remaining ATL players are rotating in, but unfortunately, singular player left alive on the defense was just felled. Kigu to get another, and bomb has finally gone down. CT has been maintained control of. Kigu gets a 3K in the round, and that might just be enough to allow Mills to get it over the line. Huge play out of Kigu, getting all those 3 frags in the mid-round. Hollow is on the case, though. He's going to shut down Mills in the 1v1. That was a very, very decisive round, ripped away and made a nail-biter yet again for ATL.
Yeah, they had a 4v2. Shouldn't have been that close, honestly. It was kind of a strange positioning that they had. They were really banking on that top mid player getting some kind of early info or getting some kind of value out of that advanced position, but it really just turned into a weak A site that made it harder than it had to be for them. But luckily, they got away with it.
Yeah, I just felt like Kigu was able to just take a lot of free, like, you know, Y-Prac level aim fights where they're just holding statically. It felt like, I don't know, man. It felt like they were just, like they weren't playing for info. Even though it's like they felt that they had man advantage, so they were just going to win anyway. But that's like, this UPS squad has just shown that it doesn't matter how many of their players are left alive. They are going to fight to win, regardless of what the scoreline says, regardless of the man advantage, disadvantage. It doesn't matter. They're here to play. You cannot give them an inch or they will take a mile.
Yeah, like you said, nothing's free. You gotta earn it. No, you can't get complacent.
Though, speaking of not getting complacent, I do like this forward position out of Floopers, though. Playing in the cheeky headshot angle outside of spawn, but nobody is home. The UPS attack is centered towards connector, and okay, nobody's home to try to stop this, though. Jason goes huge with the flank, gets 2 kills flanking through ladder room and just shuts them down. Gets the kill into Scott as well. Jason just getting the 3K, making it look like there was never any doubt. And even with a man advantage, yet again, it just crumbles away for ATL, and UPS are just gonna get another round just off of a huge 3K individual play.
Yeah, I mean, I get it a little bit. Floopers clearing out A main. You want to hedge your bets elsewhere, mid-ish, you know, stack mid, stack B. But the thing is, they didn't have all the info mid. You know, I don't remember who it is that walked backwards out of that con smoke, but they didn't actually. They weren't able to clear con, so that's where the gap.
They just gave themselves so many timings. They made it way too hard yet again, they're just making it too hard for themselves. Like you were saying earlier, they're making these rounds harder for themselves than they need to be.
If we take a look at the scoreboard here, it is a absolute clinic being put on by Jason. They're almost at 30 frags. And
man's about to drop a
deaths.
30 bomb. I mean, he is for lack of a better term, he is in a league of his own. So it makes sense, but man, just to see the brutalization by that singular player on ATL whenever they were, like, they had a little bit of life going into them. They won a couple rounds in a row on the CT side. They made it a 2-round game, but unfortunately for them, UPS has rallied back, and it's just a limping ATL to try to make something of this, to try to prevent themselves from getting knocked out here and there. They have 4 map points to make this happen on the UPS side.
Yeah, we can attribute 2 round wins almost solely to Jason. That 3K with just absolute ultimate positioning last round, and if you take those away, we got a tie game. You know, if those 2 go the other way, so his impact can't be understated, really.
Yeah, it's not just that he won rounds. He won rounds that won secondary rounds on top of those rounds.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There, he just slips the timing.
Yeah, Hollow to get the kill under Mills. Jason answer weapon back of his own. Gets a second frag as well. And unfortunately for ATL, it's all onto Flooper's shoulders. 1 versus 3 to prevent themselves from getting knocked out here and now. Is it going to happen? Bomb not quite committed towards that A site. He's gambling incorrectly. Bomb is going to go down on B. And Jason, Bones, and Kigu are here to send him packing. That is an impossible retake ahead of him. Just, it's like he's just so spooked by the player who was Khan, just spamming away, just the time ticking down, and every second draws nearer the foregone conclusion, the thing that we all knew was going to happen, that UPS is just here to party. They're here to win it all. They just make it look like there was never any doubt. Freaking 13-8 and a 13-7. What was it? 13-7? 13-6. Just domination.
Yeah. And I think that was, 32 total frags for Jason on Mirage there. I think he finished off with 1 more 3K. Just 134 ADR. That's tough. I mean, when you're going up against something like that, it's really tough to make things happen. And we saw, I mean, there were high points for the ATL side. They had mid aggression on T side that paid off well, and they had some mid aggression on CT side that paid off well. So it wasn't a, I guess, a complete stomp, but it was decisive for sure.
Absolutely. There were moments where you could see little glimpses, little flickers of maybe we had an underdog story, but just unfortunately for them, UPS was just firing way too hard, playing way too well together, and shutting down every last thing they tried to do. But unless you've got any further thoughts, that's everything I've had to say. It's been wonderful having you all, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
We do have... Go ahead. We do have a couple of other streams going at this current time. Series still fighting it out. A couple of other best of threes. So after we wrap up things here very soon, maybe it might be in your best interest to go check out our fellow casters, fellow observers, taking a look at these other playoff games. You won't want to miss them. But for now, I've been Amos Kingsnake. It's been lovely to have you all.
Yeah, I've been PMOT. This was my first time casting with the CSC crew, so thanks for having me, guys, and we'll hope to see you in another one very shortly, and we'll hope to see who can take down UPS, if anybody.
If anybody, they are a monster, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary carries. But for now, toodaloo.
Bye-bye.